I think that's good. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Hey, good morning, everyone, and Happy New Year. As usual, I got a few announcements, and then I'm going to hand it over to our new president, Renew. But I just want to remind everyone to, if you haven't done it already, to rename yourself, first and last name. If you need help or you need help anytime along the way, you can contact our tech team today. So that's Chuck and Anthony here, and they're around to help you out. The first thing I need to do, I need to thank Michael, who's here. He's going to give an announcement for all his dedication and service to our organization as president and other duties he's done over the years. I want to thank him. I also want to thank a few of the board members who are stepping down. And I want to welcome some of the new board members here. I know Renew's going to show you the governance sheet and show us that here in a minute or so. But I also want to thank everyone for all those people who got their time entered in on time. I appreciate that immensely. So I know it's cut off now. I appreciate it. I think Katie appreciates it too. We're going to be working over the data and looking at that and making some decisions based on, how we did this past year and compared to the previous years. Name badges. I'm going to try to, Michael's going to have an announcement about name badges, but also I'm going to be around a little bit more over the extension office the next few days, except for next week. And then next week, Wednesday and Friday, it's MANTS, it's Mid-Atlantic Nursery Trade Show, but I'll be at the extension office Thursday. So if you want to stop by, let me know. I'll try to have name badges or other items there. Probably going to have someone, I think in the near future, we've had interviews for Linda's position. So we'll hopefully have somebody on board soon. I just don't know when. Also want to mention, I think Cindy is here. She's going to be talking about our spring conference, I think, a little bit. We're going to have a spring conference this year. It's on April 1st. And I think I'm going to end it up here, just kind of doing my plug I usually do. The classes at Montgomery College are going to be starting towards the end of this month. And we have our usual group of classes. Actually, I have a couple of winter classes. Stanton's doing a great job doing this. And it's really working out well with this warm weather we're having. He's got a course on fruit production. So, but this semester we have a course on plant propagation, a couple courses on plant identification, landscape management, a landscape graphics course. Some of these are online. Most of them are hybrid format. So you meet a little bit in person, mostly online. If you have any questions, let me know. Happy to answer them. And at this point, I'm going to hand it over to our new president, Renew.
Thanks so much, Steve. Welcome. Thank you. Welcome, everyone, and Happy New Year. I hope you had a restful holiday season and looking forward to another successful year of Master Gardener activities out in the community fulfilling our mission. So really looking forward to working with you all. I wanted to also extend a warm welcome to our board for 2023. I'll actually just share my screen. You can find this document on our website, and here we go. And this is actually the view that you'll have. Hopefully I can unpin it. So we've got the first box here just outlines president, vice president, first vice president, second vice president, all the way through, and also includes our information table and education, hands-on education, demo gardens, major education events, and communications lead, and of course the task forces. So there's a lot of people helping all of us to achieve our mission. So I wanted to make sure you knew that this was on our website. Unfortunately, I am getting some other things on my screen, but you can also navigate to this page and take a look at your leisure. I'll put a link in the chat after I wrap up my announcements. So a warm welcome and thank you to each of our board members who are, of course, volunteering their time and talents to support our mission. I have 4 announcements today. I wanted to introduce at least 4 announcements. The first one is regarding the policies and guidelines. You would have seen that come through from Carol, a link to the revisions that the board has reviewed and approved in our November meeting. And I just wanted to share the rationale about why we wanted to make those revisions and how that came about. And then the plan will be that during next month's monthly meeting, so the February 2nd meeting, we would be able to vote on that. So I encourage you to take some time and review those policies and guidelines. Really, the rationale was that some of the descriptions of our procedures and how we do things didn't reflect the reality of 2022 and coming into 2023. So we just wanted to sort of freshen things up and make sure that our policies and guidelines really reflected how we are going about the business of master gardeners in Montgomery County. So again, I encourage you to take a look at that and look forward to having that vote on February 2nd during our next monthly meeting. So with that, I will turn it over to Michael for a brief announcement about the badges.
Okay, thank you, Renew. Good morning, everybody, and Happy New Year. I'm glad to be with you again, a little different capacity. I just wanted to let you know that I have 65 badges that were already made. I believe Linda Waters put them together a while back. If you think you are supposed to have one of our regular Master Garden badges, please give me a shout out. I'll put my email address in the chat room. I'm going to hang on to the badges for a few more days, and then I'm going to return them to Durwood. So I'm in Gaithersburg, not too far from Quince Orchard High School. If you think you have a badge, check with me first. And if you want to come by my house and pick it up, we can make those arrangements. If not, they'll be back to Durwood. Anyway, thank you very much and have a great day. Thanks.
Thanks very much, Michael. And Cindy, over to you regarding the Speakers Bureau.
Yes, Speakers Bureau, I think, as everybody knows, is mostly in the business of presenting talks outside of the Master Gardener to the group, to the general community. And we have a number of opportunities for people to create talks if they want to. There are a number of holes in our presentations. So if you think you're interested, give me a shout. But the main thing I want to talk about today are the non-speaking opportunities that are available through the speakers group, which are key to making those talks function properly and to facilitate our communications with the outside groups that we serve. So we're looking now for some people to help out with scheduling. We have a small committee of schedulers. We're going to be meeting in the middle of January. We have a meeting, we're setting up a meeting in the middle of January to get things organized. And it's a good time to get in at the ground level because those people who are there will be helping us to figure out the entire organization of how it's going to be done. We've reworked the way scheduling will work for the community, for the program, and there will be a committee of people who share that opportunity, that job. How it's shared will be hammered out among the people who are joining us, and it should reduce the amount of time that's required and also allow for some overlap so that when people need to take a break, there's an opportunity to do that, and it provides a little more resilience in the process. So give me a call. I'll put my email and contact information in the chat if you're interested. We'd love to hear from you. And it's an exciting opportunity. It'll be kind of fun.
Many thanks, Cindy. And then for the final announcement today, on behalf of Kat Khan, I just wanted to make sure you are aware that the glean that's scheduled for today at 12 noon at Pope Farm has been cancelled due to the recent cold weather, obviously not our current nice weather. So please just plan that it's been cancelled for today, unfortunately. So with that being said, Linda, over to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Great. Let me share my screen here. Happy New Year, everybody. And just moving on to the second part of the presentation. You know, people always ask me, well, how many hours did people do? And what areas had the most hours? And I thought, well, I can probably guess the areas that have the most people would have the most hours. But anyway, I asked Katie, who overworked, underpaid this time of year, putting all those hours in, if she could give us a little bit of information. So these are the top 5 areas. You know, when you input your information, everything goes in an area. So kind of interesting. Special events was the big winner. But if you look at the things that are in special events, like Close Encounters with Agriculture, the Fairgrounds Week, the Speakers Bureau, and Urban Gardening, it's a big chunk of various things. So it had a lot of hours. Number 2 was the demo garden, because we know lots of people are up there working all summer long. Well, spring, summer, fall, all the way through. So lots of hours there. Ask a Master Gardener, you know, all of our plant clinics, lots of hours there. Admin, you know, kind of the catch-all for anything we do, planning, things for the board, any of that kind of stuff falls under admin. And then grow it, eat it. We know that that's a lot of hours too. So our total for all activities past year were 14,908.65. I thought that was pretty interesting, 0.65. So I divided it by the number of master gardeners, and it was about 29.8 hours per master gardener. So, you know, some people more, some people less, but I thought that was interesting. And for the class of 2022 master gardeners, I thought it was interesting to see how many people had the most hours. So Eileen and Jean, Sydney, David, Blair, you know, I keep hearing their names a lot, but quite a few hours there. And master gardeners overall with the most hours, Katie Mackay, I mean, always lots and lots of hours. She goes through and approves all of our master gardener hours. And so she always has a lot of hours, but then, you know, some other names keep popping up along the way too. Me, Mary, Cynthia, and Leanne. All right. Well, anyway, so thank you for everybody, all those awesome hours. Whoops. Yeah. So just a little bit of data, and I don't know. I thought it was interesting. Hope you did too.